Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 529 in a row. My name's Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here, honored and humbled that you keep coming back like for reals. Hey, it's a Sunday fun day. It's March 29th. It's a work day. I got stuff to do. I'm sure you do too. So let's do it. First things first, still the realist. I'm also fun. How can you be anything but fun on a Sunday fun day? Um, but yeah, so I'll just share with you that at work, often part of my brand is that sometimes I want to have fun instead of doing my work. I know that should not be a shocker to any of you. And that's why my best life when I'm working on the VOP is a way for me to play every day while I'm working and doing something nice for somebody else. It's like the best of everything. Moving on to our thank yous, which is our daily reminder to be thankful for what we have, not what we used to have or what we think we need or what the neighbors just got. Thankful for what you got. Number one, God is good. God's been good to us in the good times and the bad. Thank you. Number two, Cristiano Ronaldo, famous soccer player, read an article or actually a stream across the bottom. What do they call that? A ticker, where he agreed to give up his compensation this year from his employer, which works out to be 11 million bucks a year. Yeah, good on you, Ronaldo. I'm thankful for the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. This morning, as I was prepping, I was able to just go there and just get a bunch of information that's very useful, right? Which leads me to my next two. Like, I'm so thankful that I'm living this life, right? There are things that I want to improve and do better, but man, what a great time to be alive. Even in the middle of the coronavirus, this is a great time to be alive. And I'm just thankful, right? I'm thankful for my yard, right? Many of you who get it, like, there's just something about it. It must be, it's like, you know, deep down in there that working in the yard just scratches like this primal itch. Um, yeah, love it. Totally. I can totally get lost working in the yard, just in thought, hours of flyby. Last thank you for today, before we get to our real talk, is I'm thankful that I'm a citizen, right? That I'm not in a position of authority or power, because right now it doesn't matter what you do, there's going to be a big contingency of people complaining. So moving on to our real talk, I just wanted to get some perspective. So I got the 2018 U.S. mortality rates off of the CDC website, and the reason I got it is that it feels like people are falling, like I said, into two camps. Either, hey, we need to just ride this out, we need to stay home, right? Do what we're being asked to do, and understand the reason why is nobody's saying that coronavirus is going to wipe out the population, right? What the reason we're being asked to stay home is that it's highly contagious and it's going to get a lot of people sick at once, right? And so we don't want to overrun the healthcare system. I mean, it's not. I get it. I also understand this is having a tremendous impact on the economy. But then when I stop and think about the measures that have been taken, I'm like, well, I think we're good, right? So let's just ride this out, right? But that's my perspective. So to give you some perspective, let's go through the numbers. All right, so these are from 2018, again from the CDC. In 2018, the U.S. population was roughly 330 million people. Right? In 2018, we had 2.8 million deaths, which equals about 8,000 per day. Which I was kind of shocked by that. That's a big number, right? But then going back to the 2.8 million, so 2.8 million deaths per year. Let's break those down. Number one, heart disease, 650,000 per year, over 20% of the total. That doesn't include stroke, which is about another 150, which takes heart-related illness to about 800K, or about 30% of our total deaths, right? That's an issue. Number two, cancer, right? Cancer is 600K, over 20%. So between those three, heart disease, heart attack, stroke, and cancer, that's half. Those are half of our deaths right there. And then you've got a couple other big drivers. Accidents are between 150 and 200,000. I think it was like 170 in 2018, right? So, you run over by a semi truck on the highway, or a drunk driver, or you fall off a ladder, or you get struck, whatever, right? It's an accident. So shit happens. The another major one is suicide and overdose, which is about 150,000 or 4% per year, right? And again, that overdose one just keeps getting bigger. Like it's moving, right? That's going to, I hopefully that never gets up to like cancer or heart disease, but it could easily be the third biggest cause of death in the United States here within a couple of years. All right, so then back to influenza. So in 2018, right, there was 56,000 deaths in the United States attributable to influenza, right? Um, what you look at COVID-19, it's probably where we're going to end up, about between 50 and 100,000. So we'll double that. So yeah, I mean, it was just as I looked at that, I'm like, wow, that's eye opening. The amount of deaths that I mean, it's like doubling up on the flu, but only much more contagious, and just like could ravage us. As far as we're just not set up for it. And the other thing is that when I thought about it, I'm like, so what if we take a 90-day pause, right? It's kind of what we're doing, right? But we're just, kind of like we're ripping the Band-Aid off slowly, admitting that that's what we're doing. So, property owners are being asked to, or not being asked, they're being forced that they can't evict anybody. They can't foreclose, can't do any of that. A lot of small businesses have just been shut down. However, the government has intervened and said, look, here's all of these ways that you can get some money to get us through this. As far as people out of work, right? Like the unemployment has been, number one, it's sped up, right? So you get your benefits immediately instead of waiting for another week. It's not limited to people that were on a payroll, right? Like if you were a small business owner, self-employed, you can get some money too, right? And then they've upped the amount of money that, so everybody's going to get a stimulus check. And then the people that are out of work, they're going to get their money quicker and they're going to get more money. So, what's the point? I agree with everybody, right? I agree that this is not as big an issue as some people are making out of it. I agree that I can see why people are like, well, why don't we just get back to work? And my point is, why? Why do we need to put ourselves and put everybody else in danger to go outside and return to normal? So what? So like somebody can pay their rent, right? Like everybody's going to be, this is all going to be okay. We just need to see this through, right? I'm very, very concerned that, that when people in prominent positions start saying, hey, we got to get back after it. We got to get back after it. Then all of the business owners are going to be like, yeah, we got to get back after it. When all of the healthcare people are like, please, no, not yet. Just let this pass and then we'll go. Big scheme of things, another 60, 90 days doesn't mean anything. Nothing, right? Remember, money, time, corporations, all those are all things we made up ourselves, right? Like if you took humans out of here, it's not like the elephants would be like, man, I sure do miss GM. No, of course not. With that, we're done. Hands up, peace out, we're better together. I appreciate you stopping by on a Sunday Fun Day. I'll be back tomorrow on a Mamba Monday. We'll see you then. Deuces. # real talk. Love you guys. We'll see you then. Bye.